Hey friends, Jeremy Tank here. I am a branding designer, a brand artist, and the owner of Think Tank Creative. I am sitting down right here because I want to share with you guys sort of the difference between working tactically and working strategically. And here's the thing: whenever we're doing something, we're starting here and now, right? This is wherever we are. This is where we're coming from now. And we know what life is like now, right? We may make a certain amount of money. We may live little house. We may live a certain way, and we might drive a certain car. Love my drawing, huh? And the thing is that all of us want to get here, right? That's the point of business. That's the point of pretty much doing anything, is we need to make a transition one to the next. Either we haven't started the journey yet, or we've already started it, and this is just where we are, and this is the future. So let's say in the future me. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of draw a dude here, because, you know, what if he's got like six-pack abs and, you know, big old muscles, and let's say that over here it was like, little guy. And the future going to be big guy, right? Put a little tank top or something on him. Boom. Muscle guy. That's right. But it's muscle guy in any part of life. So maybe the dollars, we go boom, boom, boom. That's what we want. House, we want big house, right? Maybe multi-family house. Maybe you own an apartment complex. I don't know. Maybe, what does the future look like to you? That's the best part about the future. You get to choose it. Maybe you ride in one of those stretch limousine Hummer things, right? I don't know. But here's the thing. This is what strategy is based on. This is the map from here to here. And like any map, there's a couple different things you need to know. You need to know what you're looking out for. You need to look for the right steps to take. You need to know how you're going to get there. And you need to know who's going with you, right? To me, the three basic things that you need to really understand are what your brand is. And in this case, we're going to say values or attributes. You don't want to change as a person. In this case, you still want to be you. If this is your brand, if this is your business, then you want to grow, but you don't want to, how are people going to understand that it's you or what you're doing? I'm trying to look at my clock there and see, what it is that you're building. So with brand values and brand attributes, it sets a tone. These are words that people understand. It gets the ideas out of your head and it turns them into words that people can resonate with and understand, and you can build on that. A fundamental building block. Like a Lego. Doot, doot. That's the Lego. Because when you have a whole bunch of these attributes and you build your teams based on these attributes, then people understand and they align. It's like people rowing the same direction, right? Mission statements, vision statements, they are all building blocks. Well, the brand positioning, the brand values, the brand attributes are the building blocks for your brand and the emotional core that goes with what you're doing. Because a brand, I've discussed this in another video, brands are not something you sell. It's not something you buy, honestly. The brand is the feeling in the customer. And to get that, you have to have these building blocks that people can agree, yes, this is what we're doing. And then you can start making intentional steps about it, right? So the intentional steps are the tactics. It's what you're doing to get there. Maybe, in this case, this guy's going to have to work out. It's going to have to be successful at work. And this is not... I'm going to cross these out, because here's the thing. Tactics are SM art. Specific, measurable, Attainable. Relevant, right. Relevant and time-bound or time-based. So when you set up your tactics with SMART goals intact, then it's something you can actually build on time after time and day after day. So you can see that you are moving from one spot to the next. That's how you make movement, little steps at a time. And SMART goals that are based on attributes, that are based on how you feel about the world and how you're impacting the world, are the way that you make steps moving forward. The last thing is your audience. I've worked with a lot of marketers in the past and a couple of advertisers. And by marketers, I mean some amazing people, some vice presidents for marketing agencies who just refer to them as customers. And the thing is that in this day and age, I honestly don't think everybody's a customer. I think we have a lot of audience that want to listen in and gauge and engage and honestly tell other people about your brand, about your services, about the good stuff, but they may never buy from you, but they're still an audience. And one of the ways that people talk about that are as influencers right now, and maybe that's part of what that is. I'm not exactly sure, but I know that when I think about them as an audience, I stop thinking about it as somebody to sell something to and just somebody that I can share something with. And I think that as part of the YouTube, Facebook, multimedia channel, computers everywhere, looking at everything by phone, staring at your phone over dinner with your parents, sort of generation that, that's the spot that we seem to be in. If we think of everybody as an audience, even if we're trying to sell something, it helps move things forward. But I've done a couple of videos on different parts of this. The thing about the audience is that I want you to be specific. And that's different because a lot of demographics will be like age, sex, income, and they think, okay, well, we should be able to target off of that, maybe location. Okay, we should be able to target off of that. And for branding work, that's actually not enough, and you have to go into psychographics. Because with psychographics, you start to get into a state of mind and you start to understand who they are. Because when you're taking this trip, if this is your business trip, if you're taking this business trip and you are taking it with brand values and attributes, the brand values and attributes is like the car that you're driving this trip in, right? Or maybe it's a plane, or maybe it's a scooter, whatever it is, it has certain attributes to it that tell you what you're doing and how you're doing it. And tactics are every little step. It's where you're stopping on the journey. Maybe you stop at the giant ball of yarn. Maybe you stop at the largest rubber band ball. Yeah, I just think of all the road trips I've taken as a kid, all those crazy stops. But the tactics are the little things. Where are your gas stations? Where are your restaurants? Where are your bathroom breaks? All the important stuff that you need to know on a journey. And the audience is the other people you have with you or the people you're going to see. You want to consider all this stuff as you're on your journey because this is what helps you get from now to the future. And if you don't think about all of this in terms of this and actually start with the idea of the future, where are you going for the future? If you don't start there, then a lot of this just doesn't make sense, and you're going to get lost in the journey. You're probably going to pick up a hitchhiker. Your car's going to break down. You're not going to know where to stop for bathroom breaks, so you're going to have to hope you have like cans or bottles or something in the back, and that's disgusting. So that's just to say, the idea of branding and the idea of journeys is sort of tricky, and there's a lot of different pieces and parts. If you're interested in this stuff, I help private clients figure out their brand, to figure out how to approach the world. I also have a workshop coming up in Linwood on September 12th. If you want to know more, leave a comment or connect with me. Thanks. Take care. Bye.